Greetings, travellers. This is Adrian Chilmy here, management of Nexience, and today I'm with the two rostered players. As you'll know through the announcement on nexience.com.au, we've picked up two players, Bapinda, Ultima 21, and Jackson, J Spates. So we're here to talk about Blizzard's new expansion today, which is due to be released in August, if I'm not mistaken. And it's called the Grand Tournament. So we're just going to take a run through the cards, give our first impressions. Now, none of us have really had time to study the cards. We just want initial impressions. We think that'll give better effect. If we think about it too hard, we might actually just lose the purpose of reviewing the cards. Now, there's 22 cards that have been previewed thus far. We understand more are going to get leaked. We're just going to do the 22 at this point, and then we can evaluate later on and whatnot what's going on with the other cards. So I guess before we start getting cracked into the cards, there's a new mechanic, this Inspire mechanic, where cards get particular buffs upon using your hero power. I mean, what do you guys think about this new mechanic?
I reckon it's pretty good. It's nice to have a new mechanic, and it probably makes Warlock the best class, because if you're going just on straight hero powers,
you get to draw and then buff a card as a result as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a fan of it. Like, I don't think it'll be like good at all. I think it's just like a fun new thing. But yeah, I think it's like
cool.
Because like depends. Like, maybe there'll be some busted cards that have Inspire, but I think as a general like thing, it's not. It won't be like that great. But yeah, as long as they don't make some dumb new mechanic that like breaks the game, I'm happy. Like, so
yeah, with the cards
Inspire's
thus
fine.
far, yeah, I kind of get the feeling that it's like using a hero power on turn 2, 3, and 4 is like a waste anyway. And before
Yeah.
you get out of the buffs, it mightn't be so good, but it's really early to judge. I think it's an interesting mechanic either way, but I guess we'll get stuck into the cards. So the very first card that you can see on the screen here, so it's a 1-drop, a lowly squire, and this Inspire mechanic that we just mulled over, it gains +1 attack. What are your thoughts?
What do you reckon?
I can't see like any. It's a good 1-drop as far as 1-drops go, because it's a 1-drop 2/2 most of the time. And I don't know, maybe in Face Hunter where it's like 1-drop, drop this, and then hero power turn 2, 4 damage. That's the only place. But like, I don't know what other decks would use this, because like when you look at 1-drops, the fucking benchmark is Zombie Chow, and he's just a monster at trading.
Exactly right. He just shits all over lowly squire already as it is.
Yep.
Yeah, I think this is like strictly an arena card.
Yeah, fair enough. It could have merits in arena. Absolutely.
Like arena and Paladin, I think would be fine.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
other than that, I think it's like pretty not great.
Yeah, I guess if it was gain +2 attack, it would be overpowered. So
Yeah.
That's fucking Undertaker.
Maybe in Shaman.
Low.
Like very.
maybe in Shaman with
I don't
spam
know.
with totems and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the card has limited application. It's a cool generic though. I think it's very fair.
Yeah,
it's
for
a
sure.
really good way to push out this new Inspire mechanic as well. Like, it's a really balanced card. Just,
It's like Undertaker if he wasn't fucking retarded.
Exactly, yeah. We all know how that worked out. Alright, I guess we'll move on to the next card. Just move on to the next one. It's just hard to be good. Alright, so Totem Golem. This card, SMH. So this is kind of one of the things that Shaman's been needing, I guess. But I don't know, the Overload kind of sucks. But it's a 3/4 for 2 mana. That's ridiculous. I mean, what do you guys think of that?
I think
God,
it's
it's just like-
it's just busted.
Yeah, it's just busted.
It's so good.
It's just busted. That's
Like, if with this card, Shaman's just going to destroy the early game, and that was the problem. Like, your first 3 turns were like hero power, hero power, hero power, and then drop like Shredder or something. It just like makes the deck so much better.
Do you think the Overload's going to be a problem? I mean, like, you coin this out and you're dead the next turn kind of thing, or you play it on curve and you kind of got 2 mana the next turn. Like, I guess if you're going first, it's good because you play it and then you can totem the next turn and you're not that dead really. But if you coin it out or something, it could be a problem.
I think the Overload is fine because like you coin it out on turn 1, and you have 1 mana next turn, and you can use like Rock Biter or like Earth Shock or something.
Yeah,
because you
true,
have this
true.
guy on board.
Yeah, it bears a lot of
But,
synergy
like-
with those 1 mana removal cards and whatnot.
Yep.
Yeah, that's actually really good. This card really excites me. Like, Shaman's my favourite class by far, and it actually sucks. So
I fucking hate Shaman, so I'm not too excited about this class.
yeah.
So
Oh, well, there you go. Well, that's
I get
that's
to
a
see more
fantastic
Shamans to
card.
wreck.
Like,
wreck my
this has
Control
to be
Warrior.
in the top 5. Oh, yeah, exactly. Shaman and Control Warrior. It just gets even worse for you. You can't even war against that.
Yeah, how do I kill this thing on turn 1?
I think this card's like really, really solid. I mean,
yeah, for sure.
That's right. We'll move on to the next one, but that card, holy shit. Alright. Silverhand Regent. So you got that Inspire mechanic again. Summon a 1/1 Silverhand Recruit. So it's 3 mana, 3 attack, 3 defense, or whatever. So yeah.
Yep.
What about this card?
This is another card that I think is just like not great because, I mean,
Yeah.
again, it's like if you play it on turn 3, it's like probably not surviving a turn, or it could, but it's probably not. So if you play on like turn 5 and you just play that and like hero power, that just seems awful. So,
Yeah.
I think it's just another like average card.
Yeah, there's no real merit in coining out muster than doing this and turn 4 hero powering, turn 5 quarter mastering. It
Yeah,
just
if you
doesn't
do that,
work
you probably
like
just
that,
kill
does it?
yourself.
Yeah.
Like,
Especially, you have to look at the other 3 drops in Paladin where you got Eldor and Muster. This thing doesn't even compare to Muster, and Eldor
This is
is
a Paladin
not really
card.
a 3 drop. Oh, it's not. It's not really a Paladin card, but who else is going to play it for the recruit?
oh, it's someone's a silver hand. Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
yeah,
Yep.
Yeah, it's really, yeah, exactly. I mean, yeah. I don't see where this fits into a deck where you want to drop a 3/3 on turn 3 and then waste your turn 4 2 mana hero powering. I mean,
Yeah.
I know. I guess
think-
look, this is a generic card, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I guess in an alternate universe you could like ping something off, get a 1/1 Silverhand recruit going, or I don't know.
And I think this recruits are only scary because of Quartermaster, and there's only one deck who can do that, so...
Exactly, and like you said, in Paladin, the only deck where you really can flourish, like Eldor's super important, Master's super important. Yeah, and how many?
I think the Inspire mechanic is like a really solid like in Arena, but
Yeah, I agree.
it just doesn't seem to have many applications in like constructed play.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. I guess we'll move on then with a disappointing evaluation of Silverhand Regent.
Yeah.
What could have been. Alright, so we got Tuskar Totemic. So Battlecry, summon any random totem. I am loving this card as well. This doesn't just summon
So-
one of the 4 totems. It
So we're
Yeah.
assuming it's like any totem
so it can
card.
summon
No,
Granite
it-
Totem, Flame Tongue Totem, the healing
Yeah, this
totem.
card is like the fucking nuts. Then
How
This card
good
know,
is this card? This card is
absolute boss.
gorgeous. Can you imagine coining this out turn 3? Like, you've done your turn 2, like, what's this other card called? Totem Golem, right? And you somehow
Yeah.
get this out on turn 3. You get like a Flame Tongue in the middle or something, or like even a Mana Tide.
Dude, you get mana. That's
You get Mana Tide, you just win the
plus-
game.
It's a plus
Yeah.
2. It's
Yeah.
too sick.
I don't know. What do you guys think about the card? I think it's fucking unreal.
I think this pushes Shaman up even more further as like a viable deck, because, fuck, like, any totem is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, sure, you're going to whiff sometimes, but like, most of the time you're going to get a solid card. So
Yeah,
it's very
exactly.
I think this card's just fucked.
I mean, what do you guys think? I guess we've seen 2 really busted Shaman cards now. Do you think the dynamic of the deck will change? Like, the way you build the deck to accommodate these totems and these big early game creatures? I mean, is there anything that's going to change, do you think?
I think they could drop Argus, because Argus was like used to get value off the totems more so. But,
Yeah.
like,
And now
when you look at these
just
guys,
shitting
like
out
you
totems.
I
Yeah.
disagree. I think it'll become more totem centric. So I think you actually want like more like stuff that like plays around the totems more.
Mhm. So it would take
I don't know. I
4
honestly don't know how like I haven't played Shaman much and I haven't played with it, so I don't know how the deck works at the moment. But these are just like good additions for sure.
Yeah, at the moment, the deck just plays like Zombie Chow and Creepers and stuff, and you hope to draw your Flame Tongue, and you hope to not get blown out early game, and you just hope to like mid-range into Fire
Yeah.
Elemental and stuff, but I mean,
Yep.
you just verse decks like Patron, you just end up shaking your head.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think this is another super strong addition, and I can just see myself coining this out, getting Mana Tide Totem, and just rolling free cards. I mean, Shaman is all about board presence, like quite literally. Health can be irrelevant a lot of the time unless you're versing Hunter or something like that. And if you're losing board with Shaman, you're never winning the game. And these are the kind of cards that give you little totems here and there to pop you back into the game. So I can see where Argus actually holds a lot of merit as well, because you're getting full mileage out of the extra board presence. But it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. I mean, we're only 22 cards into like a 120 plus card set. These cards already look
Plus, this thing could get Flame Tongue out and be a 5/2 on like turn 2.
Yeah,
Turn
that's
3.
ridiculous too. And and let's not forget, you've got your busted 2-drop. You're probably playing Zombie Chows as well, honestly.
Mhm.
You know, the deck's just looking really good, like a mid-rangey Shaman or something. So anyway, we'll
Yeah.
move that along. That's really exciting as well. Maiden of the Lake. So 4-drop, generic rare, 2/6. Your hero power costs 1. What do you reckon?
And this card sucks.
Yeah.
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 Like, 2/6 is so bad stats. It's not killing anything. The 4 mana spell is so fucking competitive with like Shredder and things. And your hero power being 1 or 2 mana is so relevant most of the time.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, yeah, how far is your 1 mana ping going to take you? Especially when you've wasted your
Yeah.
turn 4 playing this.
Mhm.
I don't think there's much to say about this card. I think
Is
it's
there
just
Could it have
garbage.
been better if it was a 3/6?
I think it was
Then
less.
it's
If it was less,
busted.
I'd rather this card be less mana. Like the stats, I
Yeah.
think they're not irrelevant, but I think the mana cost matters more because
Yeah,
you want to be able to get as many hero powers in with this card as possible.
And this
like
can't
if you're
even
playing
kill
this
a
on turn
Shredder.
4, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. If this could contest a Shredder, it would be the nuts, but I think it was a 3/6, it would be unfair.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That's
look.
too good. Probably.
It's just... Maybe it bears some synergy with some of the other later cards where you can change your hero power and stuff, but then you're having these 3-4 card combinations that you need to draw for your deck to like even mildly function.
Yeah,
So yeah, I'm not too
that's
sure.
just
Yeah, that's an underwhelming card. We'll move that along. See you, Maiden. Alright, so we got a Priest card. Sacred Warrior, 4 mana. It's a 3/5. Whenever a character is healed, gain +2 attack. So it's a Light Wharton on like steroids, I guess.
yeah.
Oh, what
I think
about
this card's really good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I agree. I actually like this card.
Okay, well,
It has
why?
good stats.
The stats
good
are really
effects.
good. Like the 5
Yeah.
the 5 defense especially, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's also like 4 drops in Priest. There aren't many. Like there's Dark Cultist, I guess, if you play that. But
Three.
most of the time when I'm playing against Priest, they just pass turn 4. Like
Yeah. They don't
Play
want
a
to
2-drop
they
and
don't want to
heal.
drop an empty Arcanine if they are playing that either. Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess this is exciting.
This is
Yeah.
also important because it's a proactive priest card, which priest doesn't have much of.
Yeah, and they can actually just drop this on the board, can you imagine the Circle of Healing combinations with Wild Pyromancer, Cleric,
Yeah.
and this or something like that? Or even just Circle of Healing.
It's like Frothing Berserker.
Yeah, this card could be
Crack.
absolutely gigantic. Look, at least, like you said, Priests do have a 4-drop, and Arcanine's there as a reactive measure, not a proactive one, so you can just pop
Yep.
this on the board.
Yep.
And that
Yep.
might help the
Definitely.
Priests with the tempo battle that they're certainly losing right now.
Especially if you can do something like turn 3 Deathlord and put this behind that. That's like busted.
Oh yeah, exactly.
That could just be like game winning.
I mean, can you imagine the combinations with this and Light of the Naru as well? You can have some big creatures on the board they might not be able to deal with.
Yeah, you can already see, sort of see the theme with this set. Like, how Konami, not Konami, Blizzard's just trying to buff Priest and Shaman. They can see that they're the weaker classes.
Yeah.
Like, they're getting these solid cards.
Yeah.
You can see it.
I think this is a really well thought out card from the game developers as well. This is impressive card design, honestly. The stats are perfect to contest a meta right now where Shredder's prominent. We have weapons like Deathbite and stuff are prominent as well. This card does pretty well, but it's fair as well.
Yeah.
But I can see games getting out of control. I can see OTKs happening with Light of the Naru. You got your Light Warden up and Circle of Healing. You hear a board of 7 and just ham jam. We'll move that along, but that's a really exciting prospect. It almost makes me want to play Priest, besides the fact that I hate that class with all my life.
Yeah, I think that class should be just removed from the game.
I can't do
Just
it.
put it in a corner and fucking leave it.
No one likes Priest.
No.
Just go away.
But that's an exciting card. I really like it.
Yep.
Yeah. Even she looks shocked to be a good Priest card if you look at the card art. Anyway, so North Sea Kraken. It's a 9-drop, just a vanilla. Battlecry, deal 4 damage. It's a 9/7. Wow.
Yeah.
I don't think.
No, this
I don't
card's
think
really
we-
good. Super good.
You think so?
I don't think we need more Blue Eyes White Dragons in this game. We can
Yeah.
just do without them.
Mm.
Big
Yep.
vanillas aren't. We're not playing big cards for their stats. We're playing them for their effects.
Exactly right. And dealing 4 damage for 9 mana. I mean,
Yeah, I'd rather play Force Tanko Max and
Yeah, like
yeah, look.
what does 4 damage do at turn 9? You do 4 damage to a Ysera or a Raid or something, and they're like, okay.
You're you're just
and
waiting for turn 9.
kill you.
Saved my coin till now. There's a rag on the board. I'll fucking put that bad boy on half. Yeah. This card's terrible.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we're all going to be pulling 10 of these a pack as well. So
Again, another card that could be okay in Arena, but yeah.
I reckon it'd be really good in Arena because it's so hard to remove these things in Arena.
Yeah.
4 damage is relevant at any point of the game.
And again, look, I guess on the arena, how do you deal with Force Tank Max though? Well, you proc the Divine
Exactly.
Shield with the Battle Cry.
Exactly. Dude, it's just bust.
Nah, this card's awful. We'll move it along. Ooh. So we got Thunder Bluff Valiant. This is another Shaman card. 5 mana, 3/6, Inspire. Give your totems +2 attack.
Oh, we missed a row.
You
I
skip
think.
it, yeah.
Oh, did
Yeah, we
miss-
skipped Fallen Hero.
We missed a card.
No,
It's
we
like,
missed a
there's
row.
I'm seeing a row of Fallen Hero, Figgy, King's
Yeah.
Defender, and Totem Carver.
Tusk. Alright, kick off discussion with the ones I've missed, and we'll kick off from Thunder Bluff
Okay,
Valiant. So
yeah.
what card have I missed?
Yeah, so you got Fallen Hero, which is a 2 mana 3/2,
Yep.
and its effect is your hero power deals 1 extra damage.
Yep.
I think this card's also just awful.
So you can ping.
What?
for 2
No way. I think this card's really good.
So is this a mage
Think
card?
about.
It's
Yeah,
a mage
this is
card,
a
right?
mage-
Yeah.
But this card is good, but not for the reasons that you would think. It's not that good in Mage. When it comes off Shredder, it's just going to win games.
Why is it
Like,
like
when it
any
comes off Shredder
different?
for Hunter.
Like, how's it different from Steel Wheelie Spider or whatever that thing is? That Hunter card that where you can do 2 damage with your hero power the next turn. Like, why is that different?
No, because your hero power deals 1 extra damage, so it's 2 mana, 3 damage for City Shot now.
Oh, it's 2 mana for 3 damage.
No, it's 1 damage.
Because no. Your hero power deals 1 extra damage. So if you play this in like if this comes off Shredder in Hunter, your hero power does 3 damage.
Oh, sure, off a
No,
Shredder.
I'm talking about like why is it better than the Hunter card where you can direct your hero power and essentially do the same thing?
Because like with Mage is more about board control than Hunter's just going face anyway. Like, why does it need its hero power there?
I don't know,
I guess it being a 3/2 rather than a 2/3 is really relevant too.
Exactly.
But I'm
It's
not
just
sure
got
how I
some-
feel about it.
I think,
I think
off
it'd be
Shredder-
good in like a mid-range Mage thing, like sort of tempo, but like more mid-rangey.
I mean, off Shredder, it's a fine card, but like, if you're playing, the only deck you play this in would be like Tempo Mage, and in Tempo Mage, you're like hardly ever using your hero power early on. So, I just think like,
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I think it being 3/2 makes it like substantially good instead
yeah,
of
it's
2/3,
it's
but-
good, but
it could be good to coin this out and be ready to blast absolutely any. Like you can kill a mad scientist with that turn 2 with your ping if you coin
Yeah.
that out or something.
yeah,
So
that's solid.
that's ridiculous. But yeah, I don't know. We'll go on. What's the next card I've missed? I've somehow missed like all the cards.
It's
Effigy.
Oh, Effigy.
Oh.
I've got Effigy.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yes.
yep, that's a 3-cost mage secret. When a friendly minion dies, summon a random minion with the same cost. Now, before we go on with this discussion, I initially thought this was bad because I actually managed to look at this before the video, and
Yeah.
Matt seems to think this card's extremely good. I don't see how it would be good, but I don't know. Fire away.
It has that resurrect trap on it, like where you just come into these dream scenarios where you're resurrecting like 9 mana creatures and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
because this is going to come off Mad Scientist like 99% of the time, so what are you going to get on like turn 3? You're going to revive 3 mana cards,
I
and
mean,
that's not that great value.
is there any merit in playing Kirantor Mage, dropping this, and like never losing initiative? Because as soon as your 4/3 manages to die, you just spawn out another 3 cost and go from there. I mean,
That's okay, but like you got to think of it. That's not even a great play, is it? You're paying 6 mana for 3 drops.
yeah.
2 3 drops. 2 3 drops.
Well, I guess the secret's free, but yeah, I know what you're saying. I mean, you're investing a lot of cards into what 3 drops, yeah,
Mm.
and your opponent just swings on. Look, and I feel like if this card gains prominence in the meta, like Mirror Entity did, and people start realizing it's common play in people's decks, they're gonna start pinging off the little things first, which means you're gonna have to play kind of really blatantly to, like, kind of make an effigy work. Like, you know how this Fatigue Mage is coming a bit prominent now, and they play a duplicate turn 3 and then like coin out a Belcher, and you know straight away it's a duplicate. I feel like it could be same case scenario for effigy, and the way you have to play for the card to actually get like significantly high value.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
but
another-
there's a lot of times in a situation where you can't play around the duplicate. Like they'll play Thaurissan, and you just kind of have
You
to
just
play
have
that
to
thing.
swing it. Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
but, like-
yeah, true.
In the same sense, I'd rather have like a duplicate instead of an effigy. I think almost always there. So, but like I don't know, it could just be randomly good.
Look, and a
Sometimes.
Scientist is the most broken card for Mage because you're getting out 3 cost cards
Mhm.
for free, and you have
Yeah.
a 2/2
Yeah.
body. I mean, that could be good, but yeah, if it becomes commonplace, I think it might be easy to play around. But yeah, you might have scenarios where you can't. I don't know. It's really hit or miss, and it just depends on the deck builder. Someone will break this, I think.
Mate, yeah, I think it could be good, like very possibly. It's just a one-off in like some
There's a
mage
way
deck.
to make it good.
Yeah, this is a card I definitely actually would try in Tempo Mage or something, to be honest.
Yeah.
You know, you kind of don't want those 0/2 spawning 0 cost cards, but we'll see.
Yeah.
But that's interesting. So what's the next card you guys have?
So,
King's Defender.
Alright, King's Defender. Alright, cool. So it's a 3-cost weapon. This is Warrior, right?
yeah.
Yep.
Battle Cry. For every minion with Taunt you control, gain +1 durability.
Yep.
Sure. I think this is rubbish, just looking at it
Okay,
the first
well,
time.
Bapinder thinks it's really good, so
Please
let's let him
explain.
explain. Yeah.
Think about this, like, as Control Warrior, the games you lose are the games you don't open War Axe. And with this, you'd have more War Axe in your deck. That's basically all it is. Like, the battle cry is rarely going to go off, but if you can just control the board for the early game and make sure you hit the late game, like, your win rate goes up so much higher. That's the way I'm looking at it. Like, whenever you open War Axe, you're so far ahead of most of the decks.
Yep.
Do you think you're going to go cloggy with 6 weapons? In Control Warrior?
That's the weapon ratio will have to change.
But what would have to give? You're gonna like take out a War Axe for a higher costing War Axe, or like?
No. You keep the double War Axe. Maybe play this one as like a third War Axe, basically, just to make sure.
Just
and
like
you
a
can
one-off or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think the value of War Axe comes off that it's 2 mana. Like obviously the 3 attack, 2 durability is like really good, but the 2 mana, being able to clear like a turn 1 mana worm or like Scientist or a Sorcerer's Apprentice, like the 3 mana is just such like
such a cost.
Yeah, it is such a cost. Like the battle cry is just like totally irrelevant. It's never going off, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, I think 2 mana is just
unstable ghoul turn 3 King's Defender. Way.
Yeah.
No. I don't think it's good, but I guess in like a hunter saturated meta, like getting your weapons is pivotal. But I don't know.
Against Zoo, sometimes you just kill to have like a third War Axe. Like, just you need to draw it.
I mean,
yeah, but if you're
and even like late game, like if you draw this late game and you have like a Belcher on board, then it becomes 3/3. That's 9 damage to 1 weapon. That's not bad either.
I guess it does have some like situational like application, but yeah, you haven't got me sold yet, so you're gonna have to build a nice Control Warrior deck when this card comes out. Yeah.
Alright.
We're gonna go back and do Thunder Bluff Valiant. Jesus.
Wait, there's one more card.
There's one more card. Is it
Drainade?
Alright.
Totem cover.
Yeah.
So this is another Shaman card. So it's 4 costs. It's a 4/4. Gain 1/1 for each friendly totem. This is just a bad version of that 5 drop that gains 1/1 for every card on the field. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, because like you already have that really good 4 drop that's name's escaping me right now, but like it gains between 3 and like 4 attack or whatever.
Oh yeah. It's usually usually a 7/6.
Yes, that one. That thing's like busted. So why would you ever play this over it? Unless you're playing like Totem deck and.
Yeah, I mean, like, wouldn't you just play Frostwolf Grunt instead and gain stuff for everything? I mean, I guess it's cute in a Totem archetype-y role-playing sense. Like, got all my my Totem-centric deck, but yeah, I don't see this being good ever. I mean, look. I guess like as like just a nice chill win jetty. If you've got like 2 totems in a game, you've got like a 6/6 on turn 4. Like it could be okay as a one-off, maybe.
Yeah, it depends on the decks, I guess.
Like late game, you can just like, or even turn 6, you can snap hero power, drop a 5/5. I mean,
yeah.
I don't know. Look, actually, on like second thought, I don't think it's that bad, but it's still bad if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I guess we'll have to see how that one pans out. That's going to have to depend on how you build your deck anyway, I guess.
Yeah.
If you want to be shitting out those totems. So we got Thunder Bluff Valiant. So it's 5 cost, 3/6. Inspire, give your totems +2 attack. What do you think about this? This is interesting.
I think this card. You go first, Jackson.
I think this card will depend on how the Inspire mechanic works, because if you can play this on like, say if you play this and then you totem up.
On like turn 7.
Yeah. I don't know if it'll give the totems.
No,
like,
it will.
to
It
attack.
will. Because the totem, the hero power will resolve, and then the quick effect will go off, and then your totem will already be out. So it does
you're
damage attack.
essentially getting a 5/8 for 7 mana kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
interesting. Again, I think this depends on your early game presence as Shaman and how many totems you can like crap out. But I mean,
Yeah, no. Sometimes with this card's just gonna like break. This is like a mini quartermaster sometimes.
like a metal tooth. Yeah.
No, it's more like quartermaster because like now your totems are actually threats. Like before, the biggest threat of a totem was like, oh, it's gonna get Argus, don't have to waste stuff to get through the taunt.
Yeah.
But now there's the Valiant gonna come down and just like clear my board with the totem value.
So with cards like this existing, do you think Shaman's going to have the Paladin effect where everyone's like, crap, I got to clear the 1/1s, or like...
Yeah, exactly, stuff like that. That's the thing.
So
you put the fear in their heads.
Yeah, this will make matches like Hunter better, where they're actually wasting that 4 damage from a Huffer or something like their weapon charge on killing a totem because they're actually shit scared you're going to derive such great value off it. I mean,
Exactly.
yeah, it could have the effect where it quite literally makes people play worse, like they do with the 1/1s in Quartermaster. So
Exactly.
I mean, I guess the psychology of these cards could actually have a bigger impact than the cards themselves, funnily enough.
Yeah, definitely. When you play around cards that they're not even playing or whatever.
Yeah, so that's really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
It's pretty good.
flick that along. So we're on to Ball of Spiders.
Yeah.
I think this card sucks.
So yeah, we can probably just skip right over. This one's just
This
like
is
terrible.
just awful. So you're
Well,
paying double the mana.
No, you can explain this card in like 2 sentences. You can say, on turn 6, you want to play Ball of Spiders, you want to play High Main, and then that's it. That's all the discussion
Look, I
you
think
need.
I'll take my 1/1s, mate. It's called Board Presence.
Yeah, dude,
you get 3 High
three
Mains out of the
1/1s.
Ball.
Exactly, dude. Like one of the web spinners dies, you have a hind main, and you can get like a fucking I don't know, like a Timberwolf. I mean, it's just
I
nice.
know.
yeah.
And then the third one can give you that Stone Tusk boar.
You
Charging.
get 3 web spinners, and when they all die, you get 3 High Mains, and then you play the High Mains. That's how you win.
Yeah, I mean it's just value.
Look, yeah, I'm skipping, boys. Sorry. Alright, this card's interesting. Lock and load, 2 mana, Hunter spell. Each time you cast a spell this turn, add a random Hunter card to your hand. So it's a rotor on roids, not really. It's bad. Anyway, go on.
Fuck me. This card should not be played, but someone's gonna play it, and someone's gonna die to like kill command, something ridiculous like that.
Someone's gonna
And
Hunter's gonna play a Shredder, and it's gonna drop Sorcerer's Apprentice. They're gonna play Lock and Load and just keep looping like Arcane Shot or something like that.
Yeah.
This card should never be played though. I think this card is so bad.
This card's terrible for Hunter when you need every tiny bit of mana early game to establish that board and get the damage in. You're wasting a turn. Like, what are you gonna do? Like turn 2, this Hunter's Mark, man. Like,
It's also because like a lot of the Hunter's cards actually just suck. Like there's so many bad Hunter cards.
that's
You
Ah,
just
bad
get
spells.
random
Yeah,
one.
that's true.
Yeah, like if it was a random
it's
Hunter
fine.
spell, I could see I could see merit like then, but just being a card, like I think it's almost as bad as
so
Ball
you
of
can get
Spiders.
like
Not
web
quite,
spinners
but
and stuff off wasting like valuable kill commands and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
it's
exactly.
It's just not good enough, is it?
No.
No.
No. Alright, we'll move it along. So, Garrison Commander. Generic 2-drop. It's a 2/3. You can use hero power twice on your turn. Thoughts on
Ooh.
that?
This card is interesting.
That
I
is
reckon
impressive.
some broken shit is gonna come out of this guy.
Dude, I mean, like, even, you think about Paladin, for example. You coin this out
Exactly.
or something, and then next turn you get 2 1/1s. That is insane.
Mm,
2 pings.
Yeah.
I think this card's fantastic.
it's pretty
It's
good.
definitely decent. For sure.
Yeah.
This will
I
be
agree.
interesting. I mean, Hunter
And
can
even
coin
in
this out
Warlock,
for
you can double
damage.
tap.
You can, that is ridiculous. So, oh my goodness. I mean, yeah, I think this card's insane.
good. Yeah, it's really good.
I mean, even, dude, Shaman like now has like 4 good 2-drops, including this card and the other busted card. You
Yeah.
can like Garrison Commander and get out 2 totems and start your roll.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Yep.
this card's insane. I
It's
think
very
we're going to
good.
see a lot of this, especially early in the expansion. Because I can't tell you for sure if the card's busted, but
Especially when the hero
Right.
powers are becoming like the theme. So like something that
Exactly.
gives you twice. Like you could use 2 Inspire effects in one turn. That's pretty busted.
so you use that 1-drop with the Inspire mechanic that gains 1 attack. Get this guy out, like turn 3 hero power or something, and you just win the game.
What a fucking combo.
Yeah, dude, I think
Oh.
I think this card is absolutely insane. I did not read this till now. Oh my goodness, that's
Yeah,
an
it's really
exciting card.
Mm-hmm.
It's quite solid.
I think this has like really good application in Paladin, funnily enough, because those 1/1s are hard
Yeah.
to deal with as it is.
Mm-hmm.
The game's just getting a bit faster, isn't it? That's scary.
Yeah, it's very fast.
Well, Ron, do you have any other concluding thoughts on this card? I think it's good in nearly every single deck, bar like maybe Druid or something.
Yeah, I think definitely has. I'm trying to think of a deck that. Maybe some decks won't have the space for it. Like Zoo probably, like faster aggro decks probably wouldn't play this because they need their 2-drop to be like impactful. And this is more like a setup sort of 2-drop.
There's definitely a lot of decks that won't play this card.
Like Hunter. Oh, Hunter could, maybe.
Hunter could. I think Hunter's one of the decks that could play it.
Druid can't, Priest can't.
Yeah, Mage probably wouldn't either.
Warrior wouldn't. I don't think Warrior would play this
Warrior
card.
wouldn't. Yeah, it's going to be like a niche card,
It's
I
like
think. But
insane in Paladin and Shaman, and even maybe
yeah, it
Hunter
can
to
work
an
very
extent.
well in the decks you play it in.
Yeah.
Oh, especially in Shaman, because like you think about all the fucking totem cards we've already read,
Yeah,
and you see
exactly.
this guy, so you're shooting out 2 totems per turn,
Yeah.
and then you can your totem
And you
cards.
can just buff them all or something.
Yeah, just a
Yeah.
big
Yeah.
dump.
Yeah,
on
and
the
then
board.
I think Argus is a good 4-drop as well in the Shaman deck. So, from what we've
Mm-hmm.
seen thus far, Shaman's just definitely copped the biggest buff, like in the first little half of the set. anyway.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, that's good. Moving that along, that's an exciting card. Poisoned Blade. Oh wow. So it's a 4-drop rogue weapon. Your hero power gives this weapon +1 attack instead of replacing it. I think this is a bad Assassin's Blade. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think this card's really shit. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think this card is good enough. Like,
Yeah.
the way Oil Rogue is working, this card should not be played.
No, like what? I mean, so you have to waste 6 mana to make this a 3/3, or you could play 5 mana and get a 3/5, right?
Exactly.
See, I think this card's horrible. This is probably like
this
the worst
is,
card in the set.
It's an interesting meme, and by that I think it means it's just shit.
And it's an epic too, so you know you're gonna put plenty of these.
Yeah,
Yeah,
pretty much.
Well, at least it's free dust, right? So we
Yeah.
can like free dust for this bad boy. Garrison
Yeah, wouldn't mind
Commander.
an old the old gold poison blade.
Oh, that card is terrible. But I guess, yeah, there's nothing else to say. Alright,
Yep.
so we got Komodo Rider. So it's a 6-drop, generic, 3/5, Inspire, summon a 3/5 War Komodo. I think this card's really good in Druid. Like, initial thoughts, what do you think?
It might be good in Druid, but I think this card is not good enough to be played because on turn 6, they're definitely going to have 5 damage to remove this because they're going to have 5 damage with Thorison anyway. So this card's like probably never living to turn 7 to use the hero power to get the Kodo out.
Yeah, I guess it's only good if you've ramped your mana with Wild Growth and you turn 6 Komodo Rider, Innovate Hero Power or something. And even then, you've got a couple 3/5s. Yeah, you have to invest way too many cards with this and time.
I don't
you
know.
gotta compete
It's,
with the other 6-drops, and look at the other 6-drops. You got like Sylvanas, you got Thorison and stuff like that. Like,
here's a controversial meme. I think this card's better than Sylvanas.
Oh, alright, please explain.
Yeah, I just am not a fan of Sylvanas at all because it's usually a card you just can't drop on turn 6, so you have to hold it and later in the game you'd rather be dropping better minions anyway, and you just drop a Sylvanas and it just gets silenced, so it doesn't get value.
How do you justify dropping this naked on turn 6 either?
I don't, but sometimes you can. It just depends on the board situation really.
Fair enough,
It's it's kind of situational is what
This
I'd
card
say.
could be okay randomly, randomly.
Yeah, it can randomly probably just win you the game if they can't clear
It
it,
being
honestly.
a 6-drop is a bit too stern, but I guess a
Yeah.
5-drop would have made it perhaps unfair too, so...
Yeah.
Again, I actually think Blizzard's putting a lot of thought into the cards they're releasing. I have already heard a lot of flack about the cards released about, oh, this is an RNG based set, blah blah blah. But I'm looking at the card design; actually seems really well thought out, honestly.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is good. We're not seeing any more unstable portals, so that's a plus.
I love that card, man. No more Doctor Boom.
Fuck me, unstable portal. Stop.
Yeah.
Alright, we'll move it along. So, we got Koldara Drake. Sounds like a place in the Northern Territory or something, honestly. It's a 6-cost mage card. It's a 6/6. You can use your hero power any number of times.
Yeah.
Yeah, look.
It's pretty shit.
Yeah, cards not good. Like, if this was generic, it'd be pretty good. Card's not generic, so it sucks, I guess.
I mean, you drop this on turn 6, and next turn you get to ping a few times.
3 times.
You get to
Yeah.
you get the
You get the
Frostbolt,
Frostbolt for 6 mana. It's just it's so good.
It could be good with that dude if you have that other one out, that the 3/2 that lets you do double the damage with
Double.
hero power.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
then-
and
then
you
it's
have
good.
the card that makes your
So
hero
then-
power 1 less.
Yeah, you get
so
to
you just-
fireball the next turn.
Dude, you can do 12 damage. You can do 14 damage. Fuck.
Yeah.
3
It's
card
actually not.
combo.
Or you
It's
could
not a
just,
combo.
You could just not
Not a
play
bad
bad
combo.
cards.
Ah, yeah, true.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look,
At least its stats are good.
6/6
so,
is
like,
a ridiculous
it's alright
stat.
in a recall.
And it's a dragon, actually, which is interesting, right?
Is relevant sometimes.
Yeah, maybe to Brian Kibler, but
This is probably just another dust card.
yeah,
Yeah.
right, we'll dust this one up. So, Frost Giant. It's a generic 10-drop.
Oh, yes.
It's an 8/8. Costs 1 less for each time you use your hero power this game. Okay, this card's bad.
This card is the nuts
Okay.
in
In-
handlock. It's like
That's what I was thinking. Like, I'm trying to think of handlock.
yeah, I think it's very good in handlock. Maybe not very good, but it's definitely can play
Because
it.
you got to think how many times you're tapping before you can play this. So you tap turn 2, turn 3,
Yeah.
turn 4 you play your Drake, turn 5 you play your Belcher,
What happens
and then
against an
turn 6 you
aggressive
play.
deck? You're never getting this card out without dying.
It starts going to be 8 mana by turn 8, and you don't want to drop an 8 mana 8/8. That's awful.
How good could this be in the handlock mirror though? Like a long game or against warrior or
Exactly,
something.
exactly,
This card
exactly.
could be nuts, but I don't know. I guess it
I
depends on the
don't
speed
think
of
it's
the meta.
there's too the deck's too full of giants like big cards already.
Against control decks, it's good. But I didn't really think about it against aggro decks, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a fan, but we'll see how it plays out. Yeah, in control mirrors, sure. But I mean, there are better cards you can play in control mirrors, like your second BGH or something, which isn't played for obvious reasons. You know?
Yeah,
And
so
we have cards like these aggro 2-drops coming out now, which are just going to make things sped up a bit more anyway. So I don't think this card has much room in the meta, but you know, someone will role play it and try and make it work and fail inevitably. So card 19. It's a 5-drop. Nexus Champion Sarad. It's a 4/5 Inspire. Add a random spell to your hand.
Oh, this card is going to do some funny shit, but like I don't know how viable it is, but like it definitely has some like mad RNG to it.
This is
Like think about all the good spells you can get from it. It's like a mini Safari.
It's 5 mana though.
This is like the new King Mukla. Like
What?
you're just gonna open packs of this set and just hope not to get it as your legendary, essentially.
I don't know. I think it's too early to actually make a clean judgment on this card. It could be good, but the only deck I think it could be good in again is a deck that ramps mana like Druid, and then your hero power is actually one of the worst in the game.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, this probably won't take off. Yeah, it probably is another King Mukla. Pulled like 4 of those in lifetime, so, you know.
Yeah, but like it's sort of like similar to Nefarian, where like Nefarian just gives you card draw late game. Like if you draw this late game, like 5 mana this, play armor up or whatever, get your spell. Like it can give you value like that. It's just like
it's totally RNG dependent. At least Nefarian gives you double the money, and it takes it from that particular class as well, which can be better than a random spell, to be honest.
Nefarian's Nefarian also has a huge body, and like, I mean, Nefarian's not even that good of a card. So
the Yeti body is pretty solid though. Like there's worse bodies to have than the Yeti body.
But I don't know. It also just forces you to use a hero power, which is like sometimes you can't do it. Like you just have that curve where you need to play like specific mana on specific turns. Which is why I think the Inspire mechanic as a whole is just not that great because
it could be good late game, but yeah, it's completely RNG dependent, and I guess in the long run, that's really not going to pay off, is it?
Yep. No, probably not.
We'll move that along. So, card 20. The 6-drop. This is a Warlock legendary, Wilfred Fizzlebang. It's a 4/4. Cards you draw from your hero power cost 0. Card's rubbish. Your thoughts?
Yep. Just like Iron Fur Grizzly, this card's a sick cunt, but not very good.
Well, cards you draw from your hero power cost 0. So what if you tap into a mountain giant or something? I mean,
yep. It's the nuts, but like on
no, even if you just tap into like a legendary, you tap into Dr. Boom, he's 0 mana, you play him.
Yeah, but you play this card on turn 6 and just want to like kill yourself. It's so bad.
No, but you're not playing it on turn 6. You play it on turn 8.
Let's even fuck
play this. Then you tap, and then you play whatever you drew.
And then you draw a Dark Bomb or something. Yeah.
Yeah, but obviously you're gonna draw like shit most of the time. But yeah, I don't know. There's not much.
If it was a demon, this card would be ridiculous.
Yes,
yeah,
but I don't think anyway. Like this card will be played ever.
Again, this is good card design though, because if this costed any less, it would probably be fucked, right? I mean, if
it was a 4 drop, it'd be absolutely retarded.
Yeah,
like
I mean,
I think
this is good card design. Again, this card has potential, especially in handlock. But so does the other card, where you get cheaper things for every time you tap. I mean, it seems like another situational card where you invest a lot of mana.
Plus the stats aren't good enough, I think.
And what, do you want to replace Thaurissan in handlock as your 6-drop? I mean, you can't do that either, right? And do you want to
replace Sylvanas?
What have to give? Do you have to take out a Silence? Do you take out a Watcher? Do you take out like a Boom? It's like, what do you take out? You have to take out early game for this card because you want to keep the late game in your deck. I don't know.
Yep.
This card could be randomly fantastic, but randomly horrible, and it just costs a bit too much to invest into, I think.
Yep.
Alright, so we got Justicar True Heart, 6 mana, 6/3. Replace your starting hero power with a better one. Now I don't have the pictures of the hero powers it gets you, but it's things like it's.
If you click on the card and then go in the website, then you can see the hero. I've got them if you want me to.
It's just
read
like it just upgrades them a little. Like Hunters, 1 more
Yeah,
damage.
it mostly doubles them. So like Gaia Shapeshift is you get 2 armor and 2 attack, and Ballista. So like
you get like
the
4 armor and
Paladin
stuff
hero,
like that.
Yeah, 4 armor, 4 heal with Priest.
So essentially double the thing. Alright, so what do you think about that?
It might. I think this card's pretty good. Like the body's obviously awful, but like if you even I'm just gonna put in like the Control Warrior example here because that's all I'm thinking of at the moment. Like you're tanking up 4 armor, like that's gonna push the fatigue game so much later. You need to both armoring up for like 4 each turn or whatever, and the game is gonna go longer. And like I think the worst class that with this card is probably Warlock because it didn't change it that much. It just took away the damage.
Yeah,
So
you
like
would never play this in Warlock ever. I
Yeah,
mean,
no.
if you are going to play a tap compatible card, you could just play Wilfred Fizzlebang. But
This is it's a really solid. It's a really interesting card. I think. I think it's really good for priest. It's another card that gives priest a buff because, like, being able to heal like something for 4, I think is just insane. Like, imagine playing a card like Injured Blade Master and just healing it for 4, like back to 4/7. It's
Yep.
pretty nuts.
Basically,
no, even just like you burst heal out of like damage range, like
Yeah.
face hunter gets you
Also,
down really low. You can
Fucking
heal back
Soul
up.
Priest, like just a hero power just deals
Oh,
4
wow.
damage. That's just like insane.
That's pretty good.
And
consider
then what's
that
the other?
too.
There was another class that I thought it was good in.
Totem was it in the Shaman one where it's summon the totem of your choice?
Nah, I think that's kind of average.
No, because Blizzard have said that like the totem you can double up on the totem, so you can have like 2 spell power totems and stuff.
Yeah, I still think it's just average. Like,
could be randomly good for Earth Shocks and Crackles and stuff. But I don't
Yeah,
know.
exactly.
yeah.
Yeah, I think it does. Yeah, it does have really good application in Priest now.
Yeah,
so-
in Druid it's like actually decent too. I think like getting like 2 armor and 2 attack is like pretty
Yeah.
solid.
And I guess your ramped mana will help get this out quicker than any other
Yeah.
class. So.
Originally I thought it was like you only have the better hero power while it's on the field.
Mhm.
No,
But
But
now
now
that it's
replace it
just
for the
replace
entire
it.
game.
Yeah,
it's
now I
just
think it's
super
like,
relevant.
it's actually just
So you
like
can invest
very
in this,
solid.
just suck up the fact that you wasted 6 mana on a 6/3 and move along.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just with like a better hero power for the rest of the game. Yeah, it could be randomly good like that.
Yeah. Well, thank God that they didn't make the Hunter hero power 4 damage.
What did
It's
they
only
make the
3
Hunter hero power? Oh, 3.
3 damage.
Yeah, see,
Yeah.
that's another example of just like thinking it out a little bit more.
Yeah, I would
Honestly.
probably fucking. I would
I
hate this
feel
card.
like
if it was
Blizzard's
4
been
damage.
really intelligent, like at least with the cards I've seen so far. Super intelligent. Anyway, we'll move along. So Skycap and Clog. It's a 7-drop 4/6. It's got charge and it costs 1 less for each friendly pirate. It's obviously a pirate.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. What a shit card.
Yeah, I like
I don't know how Pirate's
Clog.
gonna be, but like, it's pretty awful.
I actually just thought of a really good use for this card. Do you want to hear it?
Sure.
Okay.
400 dust.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
I agree.
That's worth it. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
probably the best way to use this card.
Yeah. Look, it's a 7 mana Leroy with body.
It
I
does.
like having the idea of having a bunch of friendly pirates on your board, but other than that,
But I like winning games as well. Conversely, so it's like
yeah, true.
Look,
I guess it's just a sacrifice you have to make, you know.
yeah, I guess it's another King Mukla of the set.
Yep.
It's alright. I guess we'll move that along. Skycap and Clog. Sorry, man. Oh,
See you
we got
later,
back to
mate.
load. Oh, so we've gone through all 22 cards because we got back to load
Yep.
Squire.
Yep.
So that's the set so far, and I guess we've analysed the cards, or the very early pool of cards in the context of like a current meta and a potential meta with them. But do you have any like concluding thoughts on what we've seen so far, or anything in general, or how the meta might shift, anything like that?
Shaman's gonna get better.
Mhm.
Priest is looking better already. Hero powers is the new theme, so I guess like classes that have shit hero powers like Druid and like sort of Warrior might get left behind depending on their cards. But that's I don't think any of these changes do anything to Patron. The Patron will remain the best deck.
Especially with all these
So-
hero powers running around. Yeah, you think Patron
Yeah.
will remain the best deck, hey?
Yeah. As well as the cards really so far. It hasn't changed the opinion that Patron is still the best.
Yeah, and I guess
Yeah.
we're of the joint opinion that Patron's a good deck, but it probably doesn't need nerfing, right?
Yeah, it doesn't need nerfing, but right now, if you had to pick like one deck, say the best one, you would say Patron.
For sure, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I guess, alright, do you guys have a highlight card out of the 22 so far that you saw that you just think, shit, that's fun, or I'm really happy to be playing this card soon?
Yeah, I think it's
I think the Totem Golem is really good. I think where's that? Justice True Heart is really good. What
Yep.
else? Yeah, most of the Shaman cards are good. Isn't there? There's what was the RNG card? The Lock and Load.
no. I think if you're looking for like cards that are just like objectively good, like you're looking at Totem Golem, Tuskar Totemic.
Mhm.
And that's pretty much only like the cards that I can say like are just really good. Like Garrison Commander,
I think my highlight card's Garrison Commander by miles.
Yeah, I
that
think
could
so.
definitely be good.
Insane.
I'd say my card would be like True Heart probably. It's because the card's just like I don't know. I think it's just such an interesting card. I just really like the card design. Yeah.
How it changes like a massive part of the game. Like hero power is like so big in the game. Once the Justice hit the field or whatever, it's gonna be like another Thorison. Like
this is how the Inspire mechanic could work. Like because hero powers are pretty underwhelming, just usually. But like if you Justicar and then have like some Inspire card afterwards, like I could see that happening kind of.
Yeah,
that can snowball pretty hard actually.
I mean, a priest deck with like the Justicar card and like that ridiculous 4-drop and like Light of the Narus and Circle of Healings and stuff, that could get really out of hand.
Yeah, definitely.
Like if someone builds a good priest could be randomly good.
That's interesting.
Yeah, but I think that about wraps it up. So if you have sat through the whole video, congratulations. You sat us through talking shit about 22 cards. Just a friendly reminder to check out Nexience.com.au. The website is in fact live, and lots of content. We'll be producing ideally at least one bit of content a week, among other things as well. And Bapinda just took out a local tournament the other day, so you'll hear more about that on the website. So thank you for tuning in, and farewell for now.
Yep.
See ya.